Oh, Josh blew the laptop. A weekend away, and we never start Monday. Then I'm just kidding. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the Book of Community and around the world. I know the first thing you're going to notice, Mike, you look like dog shit. The second thing you're going to notice, what the hell happened to your voice? I'll tell you. Took a weekend in Nashville for a bachelor party, lost the voice. Josh. Lost the voice. Josh in the studio. We got a great show for you guys. We got a parlay ready for the end of the show. We're going to go through the whole NCAA basketball platter. I've also got some NBA plays I kind of like, by the way. I might be tapping back in on the professionals of the worst league in all of the pros. Just wanted to address a couple things that happened last episode. I said the Devils money line was a free lay piece. I said the Devils -1.5 was a straight nuke. And I said a Jack Hughes goal was free. The only thing free about that was Jack Hughes goal. The Devils got literally moose shit on. And then if you did what I did and you said, you know what, let's chase the Devils next time they play, you also lost money because we lost again as a heavy favorite. So here's what we're going to do. The Devils are banned.
Okay.
Devils are
I
banned.
feel like they should be. I feel like your own
we're
team
banning the Devils.
Like, just get rid of them.
We're also going to ban Providence basketball. We suck.
Really? You
Hand
came
up.
around to it?
We suck.
Okay.
You cannot lose to Villanova at home by double digits.
No.
That Villanova team, we lost to Kyle Neptune twice this year.
I feel
he
like,
might be the worst coach in Division
he's
I.
not good, but I feel like Villanova might be a sneaky team. If they can get in the tournament, they could be sneaky, I think.
We cannot score the ball. Like, I'm now convinced, like, if Devin Carter doesn't have 30 points, we're losing every game. If he does not have 15 points at the half, you might as well go ahead and live bet the other team because we are going to lose that game. And, of course, like, Eric Dixon just, like, ate on Oduro. So we're just, like, I don't know what to do with us. You know, like, one day we look like we're going to compete and be, like, a deep tournament run team. The next day we look horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible.
That's kind of how it goes in college.
Lost my cheeks on him.
Yeah.
But you know what, though? Our little sneak wagon that I'm officially going to ride to win it all, South Carolina Gamecocks come through again. The disrespect has to stop. Dude, they made them a -130 favorite on the road. Like, just feed me that on a platter. They won by like 8.
Yeah.
So air.
They're so good. They're so underrated, at least by Vegas.
Literally, that's what I mean. Like, Vegas just has no respect for them, and I don't know why. Michi Johnson came out, dropped 25. It's like that kid, when he gets hot, he's like a microwave.
Yeah,
he's literally got the microwave badge. It's like when he starts getting hot, it's over because he's not going to cool down.
He reminds me a little. I mean, they don't play exactly the same, but like Rob, like if they get going.
Oh, Rob's
hot. Like he gets hotter and colder than Michi does, I think. But
yeah,
when he gets going, it's not fun for the other team. You see what Rob did this weekend? Fun. He assisted or scored on 20 of their last 21 points.
Wow.
That's incredible.
Wow. He's disgusting.
Yeah, so just someone made a free throw.
Like, actually, like, yeah, someone just made a free throw. That is actually disgusting. Let me tell you about my weekend, Josh.
Okay, let's hear it.
I had the worst day of my life yesterday. Just wanted to put that out there. Insane weekend in Nashville. Was out till 3:30 a.m. both nights. Saturday night, we go out. Start the day early. Go to Hattie B's. I don't know if you've ever been there. It's a chicken shop.
Okay. Got
the tenders. Fire. But when you're coming off a hangover, and we were getting 6 hours, 5 hours of sleep, coming off a hangover, getting some chicken tendies, mild, no hotter than mild.
Yeah,
it'll fuck your system up.
I think I might have actually been to that place. Do they have like that super hot sauce there?
Yeah,
I think I've been there.
It's so good though. The tenders are busting. Yeah. Funny story actually. So I'm there with like 2 of my best buddies forever from my hometown, and then my one buddy's little brother. We were there for my buddy's sister's fiance's bachelor party. And you know, they have like certain meals. You can get like 3 tenders or 6 tenders, and then there's like sandwiches, and then you can get like a full chicken, whatever. My buddy was like, he's a bigger guy, not fat, but bigger guy. We called him Husky this weekend. He's a husky guy. And he orders 4 tenders. That's not on the menu. He was like, I'll do the 3. Actually, can I do 4? Is that okay? And they were like, yeah, you can do 4, of course. So he gets like a 4 tender meal, which is like not on the menu, by the way. So we sit down, we start getting our food. The beers start almost immediately. It's like 11 a.m.
Yeah.
This is the first thing I'm putting in my body, and I'm having a beer. Like, just so gross.
What kind of beer?
Well, they had Miller High Life 40s. So a couple boys got those. I actually got there's a company called Dell's, and they make like hard like teas. Okay. So I got like a Dell's hard tea in the morning. Just a horrible way to start your day. But so my buddy gets like, we all start getting our food. My buddy gets his food. Only 3 tenders. And he was like, I kind of really wanted that 4th tender. Like, I think I'm going to say something. And I was like, you are such a bitch if you say something. Like, there's no way you're going to say. He was like, well, what if I get through 3 tenders? and I want my fourth.
I'm still hungry.
Like, yeah, like that's moose. And I was like, dude, if you complain about this, like you are the biggest bitch I think I've ever seen in my life. And we had a conversation about this the dinner before. I think people that send their food back are the worst kind of person.
Really? I think it kind of depends. On
if it's not a disastrous mistake, I've gotten the wrong dish and eaten it.
The wrong like whole
yeah,
thing.
completely wrong dish.
Yeah,
and I've eaten it.
I think that it just depends on what it is.
Like I refuse.
Like if you get like a steak and you order it like medium rare and it comes out like medium, then like who gives a fuck? Like
that. And that was the exact conversation we had because I ordered my steak medium. My buddy ordered it medium rare, and I got like it couldn't have been more than like a and his was like medium, and I was like, dude, can we just like switch because I'm not sending this back? And he was like, yeah, because he likes it more rare. But like we were having that conversation where if he said no, I would have just eaten that steak, and I hate rare steak. But like, cause I'm not gonna be like, can you put this back on for a little bit? Like, dude, I will never, ever send a dish back.
Okay.
Like I can't do it. So I was like, dude, if you go up there and you complain about this last tender, like you're eating it, and he was like, kind of really wanted that tender. Like I'm gonna go get it. So he goes up to the guy who's like, hey, I was supposed to have 4. They bring it out on its own piece of bread, just like the singular tender. Dude, he gets through the 3 tenders, and we're like all starting to get that hangover because you're starting to put food in your body, and then you're drinking on top of it. So like the hangover's kind of hitting, but you're also fighting it with trying to get a buzz first. And he gets to the end, and he goes, I really don't know if I'm gonna eat this tender. And dude, all of us were like, you're fucking eating that tender. Like you did not bitch that guy out to then get another one, to not, like you were eating that fucking tender. And we literally sat there and like, dude, he was getting through that last tender. It looked like he was fighting a war.
It was like you eating a fish fillet.
Dude, literally, he was like sitting there just like, and we'd be like, you're finishing the whole tender. And he was like, dude, like I can't. We're like, you're eating that last tender. So he ended up eating the full tender. But either way, back to the story. So we go out Saturday, out till 3 a.m. I'm sitting at the bar like a little cuck. My buddy's hooking up with some girl on the stage. Everyone left. My phone died, but I was like, I'll wait for him. But I have a girlfriend, so I'm just sitting at the bar, like just drinking Twisted Teas. I don't know why I was like decided to drink Twisted Teas, but I was just got to that point of like so messed up that I was just like, oh, Twisted Tea would just hit so different. And it's just sugar water. Yeah. Like it's literally just sugar water. So I'm sitting at like the bar, literally have a hand like this, just drinking a Twisted Tea. Like my buddy's on stage, just like necking this girl. Like they're just going, and I'm just sitting there like, wow, a little Justin Bieber, huh? Like just like moving around like a little bit, just waiting for him to be done. It's like 2:30, 3 o'clock. Finally gets off the stage. I was like a dead phone. So I couldn't even tell him I was waiting for him, but they're like, you have to make sure that he gets home, like just in case. And I was like, okay, phone dies. He gets off the stage. I'm like, whoa, we got to go home together. Unless you're going home, then one of you have to call my Uber home because my phone's looking at. And he was like, no, I'm not going home. Like, whatever. I just need like just 2 more minutes. So we're making out again. I was like, okay, very good. Very good. Finally get outside, calling the Ubers. We got a hot dog joint on the side of the street. I was like, dude, I'm so hungry. Like I need one. And there was just these 2 guys, hot dog vendors. And we walk over there. Me and my buddy are obliterated. I still have my Tommy Novak jersey on, which I'm going to tell that story in a little bit. But the Tommy Novak jersey on, Predators hat on that I still have on right now. And we go up to this hot dog vendor, and they're like, "You want the peppers and onions?" And we're like, literally, like pulling one of these. Like, yeah, just all the peppers and onions you got. Just put them on there, dude. He splits the dog, puts the peppers and onions in the dog. I've never seen a maneuver like that in my life. Me and my buddy are sitting there, and we're like, "Oh yeah, splitting the dog." My buddy literally looks at me, and goes, "You gentlemen are wiener wizards." And there's like 2 guys. They're just like looking at us like. Like, what else do you want on that? And I was like, let me just all the spicy mustard you got. And he's like, just doing that. We're literally sitting there. You would have thought we were like having intercourse with these guys. Like, we're like sitting on the side of the street. Like everyone's walking by. And we're just like, oh my God. Oh, that's I'm literally salivating right now thinking about how good this dog was.
Dude, those things do smack them.
Dude, also like I was so messed up. I couldn't even taste it. Yeah. But it was like the best thing I'd ever eaten in my entire life. But so we call the Uber pulls up, rolls down the window. My buddy's like, hey, we'll finish these outside. And if that's okay, like we don't want to get in your car. And the guy's like, no, you can get in, just don't throw up. We're like, yeah, we're not gonna throw up. We're like getting the Uber, whatever. The guy starts to ride, he goes, I've done about 13,000 trips. I've only had 2 people throw up in my car. We were like, yeah, and he was like, they were eating hot dogs. We were like, from that guy? Like, what are you talking about? He's like, no, not that guy, but they were both eating hot dogs. Crazy story. Like I had to pay like all the money to like get my car clean. I was fucking gross. And we were just like, we're not going to eat them. So we committed to not eating the hot dogs in the back of the Uber. I'm lying. We fucking destroyed them in the back of the Uber. And I made my peace that if this hot dog made me throw up, like I was throwing up in that
It is
Uber.
what it is, yeah.
But it's all right. We get back to the Uber, go back to bed. It's like 3:30, 4 o'clock. Phone finally turns on at like 3:30. We wake up at 9:30 a.m. because I got a 1 o'clock flight, but we're kind of far away from the airport. Wake up at 9:30, just I couldn't sleep. There's so many guys in this Airbnb. Like, it's so loud. Wake up at 9:30, literally like going through the motions, like brushing my teeth, no shower. Get to the airport at like 11:30. But we sat in like 40 minutes of traffic because there was a massive accident. Get to the airport at 11:30. I'm supposed to take off at 1 o'clock. Flight gets delayed like 15 minutes. Now it's like 1:20. I'm sitting there. We get on the plane. I immediately fall asleep on the plane. I'm in the middle seat. I fall asleep, wake up at 2. Like, we're on the plane at 1:20, immediately fall asleep in my seat. I wake up at 2 p.m. We still haven't moved. I'm like, all right, whatever. I guess they're just like boarding, whatever. Fall back asleep. Wake back up at 3 p.m. now. The plane's like starting to move. So I was like, oh, fucking perfect. Fall back asleep. Wake back up at 3:45. Pilot gets over the main thing.
Excuse me, flight 1366 going to Dallas. Just wanted to let everyone know that a sensor has popped up during our departure. We're going back to the gate, and we're going to have to get everyone off the plane. We apologize. We're going to try to get this fixed for you guys.
Like, dude, there's no way. Sitting in this plane for almost 3 hours.
Yeah.
Back to the gate. Deplaned. So now we're like back in the lobby. Dude, I'm no shower, hungover, haven't eaten. Like, disgusting. Like, I feel gross, headache, voice completely gone. It's a little bit back today. It was completely gone yesterday. I'm sitting there and they go, okay, new flight's going to take off at 7 o'clock.
That's so long still.
Dude. So now I'm sitting there like, bro, this is fucking horrible. Then they move it up to 6. So we got off at 4. Now we're boarding at 5:30. So I was like, okay, that's not bad. Reboard the plane. Back in the plane, everyone's like cheering. We're like, yay, yay. Pull back out. Plane starts the takeoff maneuver. Like, we start going fast. Like, and then all of a sudden you hear, and we slow down to like maybe 10 mile per hour drive now. And the pilot goes,
just wanted to apologize. What they said was fixed is in fact not fixed. We will not be taking off. We're taking guys back to the gate.
Oh my moosh, dude! It's now 6:30 at night. Pull into the gate. Get off. The guys are like, listen, this plane's not taking off. Like, you guys need to figure something else. So now I'm in a line to try to get rebooked. And the line is spanning back to security.
It's the worst thing ever.
Dude,
Every single person on the flight, you have to pray to be in the front of that plane so you can get out fast.
And I was row 26 of 32.
Yes, yeah.
Dude, I was in this line from 6:30 till 8:45.
Jesus.
I get to the front of the line. The guy goes, all right, so all I can do now is rebook you on another flight to Dallas. There's one more going out that got delayed. If you're going there, like, get in this line. And then people in the back line started cutting us because they were like, oh, it's a new line. So then I got like old white men yelling at each other like, oh, you're fucking now the lines don't mean anything. And I'm just sitting there like, dude, I haven't showered. I need to get the fuck out of here. Like, I hate Nashville. I'm officially like on the board. I'm like, I fucking hate this place. Yeah. Back in the new line, get me on the new plane. I spent almost 10 hours in the Nashville airport, dude. Yeah. Get home, realized, didn't address my checked bag situation. So don't have any of my luggage. Had to like file a claim online. So hopefully that gets to me.
Dude, I didn't even think about that.
Dude, I got back to my apartment last night at 12:30 at night.
That's
midnight.
Awful. And you woke up at 9?
Dude. Moose.
That's awful.
Shit. I think combined 2 days I've had like maybe 8 hours of sleep.
That's
like literally, because then I had to eat ramen. I had no dinner. Didn't eat all day. Didn't eat all day.
You didn't eat in the airport?
No.
I guess you didn't really have time.
Because then I was in line.
You're probably like, you were in line and then you thought that you were boarding in an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So like,
yeah, I'm not going to eat.
Yeah.
So, dude, it was like literally worst day of all time. But guess what? We bounced back. Last story about Nashville, and then we'll move on because I don't want to bore everybody. But so we're going to the Predators game on Saturday night. Keep in mind, we started drinking Saturday at 11 a.m., Josh. And by the way, Broadway, I've never seen a street like that in my life. Every rooftop is packed. Every bar is 4 levels. We went to Jason Aldean's, which was nuts. We met him at a NASCAR driver. He was sick. Shout out Max McLaughlin. I think that was his last name. Yeah. NASCAR driver, sick. He was like hanging out with us all night. We were asking about like what it's like in like the NASCAR shoes. So cool. But We're like, dude, we're going to the Preds game at 5. We're up at 11. We've been drinking all day. And I'd like tweeted, I was like, the boys have teed off. So we had Twisted Teas like earlier in the day. We're on the rooftops, dude. I was getting sturdy, like sturdy. We're going to the game. And I'm talking to my buddy's little brother, and I'm trying to put together a same game, partly easy.
Okay.
And I was like, dude, who's scoring? Because you got Forsberg, you got McKinnon. They're playing the Avs. He looks at me, dude. And he goes, is there a guy named Tommy Novak? And I was like, yeah. He's like plus 280. And he was like, he's pretty good. And I was like, done. He's scoring. So fucked up, dude. I put $100 on Tommy Novak to score. We get to the stadium and I was like, dude, we might have to buy Tommy Novak jerseys, like, and then sweat the shit out of this bet. And he was like, dude, I'm more than down. 2 jerseys and a hat. I want you to guess how much I spent.
2 jerseys and a hat.
I want you to guess how much I spent on 2 Tommy Novak jerseys and a hat.
Wait, so you bought 2 Tommy Novak jerseys?
One for him, one for me. Because I was like, I'll buy this jersey for. He's still in college. I was like, I'll buy this jersey for us so we can sweat this shit out.
Okay.
2 jerseys and a hat.
Definitely more than your bet.
Way more
than you
my
won on
bet.
your bet, yeah.
What-
I mean, hockey
Way
jerseys
more
are
than my
like,
bet.
what, 2 something? I'd guess like $500.
I spent $700.
Jesus Christ. So they were like $300 jerseys.
Dude, and I wasn't even thinking. I literally put it down. The lady like said the number, and we were so fucked up that I was just like, and as I went to tap, I saw 3 numbers. And I was like,
Well, you thought it was be less than $100.
no, I thought it was gonna be like maybe $300.
Yeah.
And I looked at it, it's 717. I almost threw up, but it was too late. The tap had already gone through.
Yeah.
And it said approved. And I was like, wow, my bank is trusting. I was like, my bank is trusting.
Yeah.
So then it was like panic mode. Like, dude, if Tommy Novak doesn't score, and I just bought all these jerseys, I'm gonna be down $800 in the Predator Stadium. Like
Or
that
you're gonna
is
be down like what, 460?
moose shit. Yeah,
450?
literally moose shit. So we started the game, dude. The guy's on the 3rd line. I knew nothing about Tommy Novak going in this game. Just so
Yeah.
everyone knows, I know nothing about hockey. He's on the 3rd fucking line, center. I was like, dude, this is moose. We're watching the game. We literally bet on a center defensive mid. All he does is dish, rock, and get the puck back. Like that's all he does. And we're sitting there, and he was like, my buddy goes, wait, how many assists does he have this year? And I was like, he's got 20 and he's got 11 goals. Because he got 20 assists.
Dude, how is he plus 280?
And I was like, dude, I think we might have bet on like Sergio Busquets,
yeah.
like
Busket.
biscuits. Like we literally bet on a CDM. Like he's probably gonna have assists tonight. Second period, assist. I was like, dude, this is fucking moose. And like my buddy was like, I'm just gonna bet him to get a point at plus 190. So he cashed that in front of me, and I'm sitting there like, dude, like so mad now. And the guys behind us are like, oh, you guys like know Tommy? And I was like, yeah, we grew up with him. And then throughout the game, I'm like, you fucking suck, Tommy. And there's this guy in his line named Evangelista. I hope that guy doesn't
Yeah,
have a job
I
in a
know.
year. Like, I hope he's out of the league.
Why?
He blew like 2 breakaway passes to Tommy that he like tried to pass, and the defender's like, oop, and then went the other way. Dude, we're sitting in the 3rd period, and I'm like, dude, I don't even want to go out tonight if this isn't. I'll be down $800. Like, I'm not doing the shit. Tommy gets the rock down the right side. 2 defenders in front of him. Dangle, splits him, glove side, top fucking cheddar. The roof came off in our row.
That's
I had
insane.
everyone in our row. We had 13 guys. Everyone put money on him to score. The actual roof came off in the building when he scored that goal. And we were going bananas. And then, even better, he had an assist and a goal that game. He was one of the 3 stars of the game. Like crazy that we bet on him. And then we're going out in Tommy Novak jerseys. What a niche jersey to go
Yeah.
out in. And everyone's like, here we go, fucking Tommy.
Yeah.
And this fucking Rangers fan comes up to me, and he was like, I can't wait to see Tommy in like Rangers red or whatever. And I was like, you can't fucking have him. He's ours. Like,
You're
I
a
was just like,
diehard, yeah.
diehard Preds fan at that point in the night, like diehard Preds fan. And then we were like, every drink we bought would be like, for Tommy Novak. He literally saved the trip, like a pure electricity. But weekend in Nashville ended horribly at the airport. What'd you do this weekend?
I didn't do shit this weekend. Just hung out.
Nice.
I went out.
I need one of those
I guess I
weekends,
did go
dude.
out on Saturday.
Oh, look
with
at
some
you.
buddies,
You don't
yeah.
go out.
I know. I really don't. I
Was
went
it
out with a
the
couple
Mizzou
buddies.
boys.
Oh yeah.
They're good
Yeah.
crap.
Yeah, they're fun.
They're
We
good
we went to this Japanese barbecue place
Oh wow.
that was gas. I forgot what it was called, Mampuku or something like that.
You might be a foodie.
Oh, for sure,
You think so?
for sure. But I mean, it was fun. I mean, had a good time. Had some espresso martinis.
Are you an espresso
Got
martini
buzzing.
guy?
The biggest.
Really?
I fucking love it.
Dude, so we were
It's
having that
good to go.
conversation this weekend. I feel like the espresso martini is one of the only drinks that has passed the threshold of starting as a, I would say, a girl drink, and is now just like you can consume
Yeah,
it,
you
and
can
then
get it
anyone's
whenever.
like, oh, it's an espresso martini.
Yeah, I remember like the first year that I got them. I was
Yeah, it
like
was like-
always a little like, should I do this?
Espresso martini, dude.
Now it's just instant.
As someone that's a criminal, bright colored drink order,
Yeah.
the espresso martini, couldn't be happier.
Yeah.
That it crossed that line and that threshold, so I can order it now.
I also had one of the best Irish coffees I ever had.
Oh.
Right down the street, actually, from here. It's right outside the neighborhood.
Dude, an iced Irish coffee. There's a
I never had an
bar.
ice one.
Dude, there's a bar in Dallas called Skellig.
Yeah.
That makes iced Irish coffees.
That sounds amazing.
Dude, literally bustos.
That sounds
It has you like do this after you drink. Like it is just so fucking good. You're like this, and then you're like this, and it's like the best experience of all time. I love an iced Irish coffee.
I'm a big fan of like doing extra on drinks. Like this one that I had like cold foam on top and like one of those like chocolate stick things. You know what I'm talking about?
Mhm.
They're called like pokies or
Mhm.
cookies or something. There's something like that.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
So good.
Are you just like a slut when you walk into Starbucks?
Give
So give me a half shot of the cream and the foam, and
I'm a big Dunkin' guy.
wow,
Yeah,
that's
not
how
a-
you like it.
not a
Same.
big
I'm an
Starbucks
East Coast guy.
I'm like a simple like if I'm just getting like a normal coffee, just cream and sugar, like
Wow.
normal hot coffee, cream and sugar.
You are just like a blue collar Boston
Yeah.
guy. That is
Yeah.
literally what they order in Boston. Like a large iced coffee, cream and sugar. That's literally what they order in
That's it.
Boston. No, I'm a Dunkin' guy over Starbucks too. That's like East Coast, West Coast though. I feel like,
For sure.
Dude, I feel like we got to talk about the combine,
We do.
the NFL combine. I got a question for you.
Mhm.
Who are your two sleeper picks now that we've gone through the combine that you feel like by the end of the season, or maybe by the end of like 3 years, 4 years, if and when they get their opportunity, could be guys that we look back and be like, they probably should have been picked in the first round, or they probably
Oh,
should
in
have
the
been,
first
or they
round.
probably should have been picked higher than what they got
Okay.
picked.
I think one of them for me is AD Mitchell.
Oh, from Texas.
I think that going into the combine, I didn't think that he was gonna like test insanely well, but I still thought that he was a good football player. Like obviously he's good, but I mean his 40 time,
Nuts.
vert,
Nuts.
like measurables.
You realize how freak athletes these guys
I know,
are.
dude, he's crazy. And I don't think that people saw him as a freak athlete.
No.
They saw him as like a legitimate good receiver, not just like Xavier Worthy. Everyone thought that he's just super fast, and
Which he is.
no, he is. Yeah. I'm just saying like that's like his thing now.
No, yeah.
Like AD Mitchell didn't. His thing was being a good receiver,
Mm-hmm.
and now he ran like a 4.33.
No, dude, he's actually, he could be,
dude.
he's projected to go to the Jets, I think, at some point.
Really?
At some point.
That would be sick. I feel like he's gonna be like. I think that he might have just jumped a couple guys. Like I
He
think
might have, yeah.
he might have jumped Keon. Honestly,
Who is mine?
really? I mean, I love Keon still.
I think Keon Coleman is my sleeper to be an offensive rookie of the year if he gets in the right spot, because he's
Yeah.
going to be picked by a good team, because he's going to be late in the draft. Dude, we watched him in person. We pretty much got to watch every great prospect in person this year, you
Yeah,
and
we
I.
did.
So thank God for the college football tour. But the eye test on Keon Coleman,
Yeah.
the most impressive player I've watched live in college football
For sure.
this entire year.
Dude, that punt return that he
Dude. I remember I was like chirping him. I was like, we're still kicking to Keon.
had. Yeah.
We're still kicking to Keon. Dude, I have never seen a player be more of a freak athlete and be more wide open than Keon Coleman.
Yeah.
He is going to be incredible wherever he goes. And I think he's going to get passed on for whatever reason. I mean, you got Marvin, Malik, Brian Thomas, Romo Dunze, like great guys, Xavier Worthy in this draft that I think name-wise and the press are pushing a little bit more. Keon Coleman, I think, is going to be like a breakout star in this league.
I can agree, dude. I think that this receiver class, like
Nuts.
there could be 7 guys that
Nuts.
are like first round caliber talent. Like
Nuts.
if they all pan out, obviously.
Yeah.
Like even Leggett. Like Leggett's probably the last guy on that list, but like
Dude, he could be
yeah,
disgusting.
like who knows?
Disgusting. My other one is Spencer Rattler. I think he's going to get picked by a team second, third round, maybe fourth round. Maybe probably fourth, fifth round. I don't know if he's a second round guy. Probably not.
Yeah.
I just think if he gets an opportunity, he's going to be great. I think he throws the ball great. I've always been a fan of him. I think a lot of people talk about him having to move to USC. He lost a job to Caleb Williams, who's like the consensus number 1 overall pick, who's been like the football Jesus since he got to college football.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's not a bad guy to lose your job to. You know what I mean? And I've also been impressed with them at South Carolina. I mean, they're not a great program. I think he did some great things there. 2-year starter, 2-year captain. Like, I think he's just a guy that in the right system, I think quarterbacks come down to systems. I think they can all perform. I think they're all capable of being great quarterbacks. Just depends what system you get. I think he get drafted to a sneaky good team with a great system. And I think he could be like a breakout guy. They're like, damn, Spencer Rattler, what a pick.
What team do you think? I feel like for him to succeed, he needs to go to a team where you can sit for a little bit, like the Rams. Like,
Yeah, I
go
agree.
Sit behind like Stafford for like 2 years, and then
That'd
when
be
he's done,
awesome. No, he's a guy you draft and stash.
Yeah, for
2-3
sure.
years.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you don't-
I agree.
you don't
He's
play
like a
him
Jordan
like that.
Love. He's gonna
Yeah,
get drafted to a
he's-
team
yeah.
like that, but not as highly touted as Jordan Love.
Jordan Love was the number one quarterback.
But I'm
when
saying
he
like
was
that
drafted.
situation though, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where you get drafted and they're like, you're sitting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he would be great in a situation like that.
I can agree, but I also think that he
Could be a busto.
stinks. Yeah,
Yeah, it could
I
be
personally
busto.
think that he stinks.
He could be a busto.
I'm trying to think of another guy that. Did you see that dude Braden Fisk, the D tackle from
I didn't
Florida
see
State?
that.
Oh my god, dude, this dude is a freak.
Yeah.
Like a freak. He
Freak.
can move.
Freak.
He's big. He's a big dude. I would say him, but like, I mean, he's a highly touted
Yeah.
prospect. He'll probably be second or third tackle off the board.
Yeah.
I got a loser though.
Who?
Devondre Sweat. I think that he
Loser.
fell far. I don't think anyone expected him to test very well because he's so big. Like,
I feel like he dropped more than you might think.
No, I
and you
know.
already think he dropped.
I know, dude. Byron Murphy is like consensus over him.
Yeah.
Which I feel like going in like maybe like 2 months ago, everyone thought
Was
Devondre
not.
Sweat was like the number 1 D tackle, number 2 D tackle. Now
Yeah.
Byron Murphy's like way past him.
Way
And they're on the
past.
same team. So I don't know.
Nuts.
I don't know. I feel like he might be in a tough spot. He might actually be in a good spot because if he falls a little bit to go to a good team, hopefully.
Yeah. I'll tell you what though, if I was a Titans player, I don't know if I would ever get any like football stuff done.
Why?
Like the Broadway is just insane. Like I was thinking about it.
Being there.
I was thinking about it, and we were talking to some Titans fans. Like they're so high on Will Levis and like being in that city. I don't know if I'd ever want to leave.
Yeah.
Like I'm not even kidding. Broadway is
It's
the
so
most
fun.
insane street I've ever seen in my life.
I was telling you
Like insane.
before you went that it's the best place in America to drink a beer.
Yeah, for sure. If it's nice out, because we got hit by sun for like 10 minutes. The
Yeah.
sun came out and it felt like it was 80 degrees
Yeah.
out. We all looked at each other and we were like, oh my bust.
It's so
Like this would
nice.
be unbelievable. But yeah, if I'm a Titans player, like that is just
You see the new stadium that they're building
dude,
too.
sick.
They're supposed to have a 70,000 square foot bar on the top of the stadium. Like it's like the top level and it goes all the way around it.
They're gonna need it.
70.
If there's one thing that people do in Nashville is they drink.
Oh
dude.
yeah, for sure.
All hours of the day, every rooftop packed.
Yeah, dude.
I'm not even kidding.
It's awesome. And the music's awesome too.
Unbelievable. Went to the Barstool bar, mid as fuck. Just wanted everyone
Really?
to know that. Yep.
That's interesting.
Just wanted everyone to know that.
The one in Chicago's mid too.
Yeah, probably the one in Philly's mid too.
Arizona's I like
Mid
the one
bars.
in Arizona.
Arizona
I'll give
one
them
was
that.
good. Yeah, Arizona was good. The Nashville one, mid.
That's
Mid.
interesting. I feel like that you'd have
Mid.
to like
The band was junk. It might have come down to the band.
really.
The band was junk.
I feel like that's hard to
It
find.
was one of those bands that wouldn't stop talking. You know
Yeah, I
those
love
bands that
that,
are
yeah.
like, Leslie, tell me what you got going on tonight. And Leslie's like, oh, you know me, just trying to find another beer. And then they'd play a song, and then halfway through the song, they'd stop and be like, who in here's having a good time? Be like, dude, just shut the fuck up
Yeah.
and do your job.
Like I feel like those bands are more for like background music.
Yeah.
Like that's what they're meant.
I don't want to hear you.
Yeah.
I'm a big do your job guy.
to do your job.
Like your job is to play music, not to like talk. And like they were almost doing like comedy sets. Like they were
Yeah.
trying to like set like one another up for punchlines and like to get out. And it was like, dude,
Yeah, I
we
love that.
left. Because we're like, this is just so annoying.
That's funny.
Unbelievably annoying. All right. Do you want to serve some slate?
Yeah, give me one more thing now. I want to bring this up because this is like actually
Okay.
would be so sick. So
Okay.
the NFL is trying to expand the regular season to 18 games.
Wow. Too many games.
But if they do have 18 games, the Super Bowl gets moved back a week, and President's Day is that Monday.
I would love that.
So it's like a day off after the Super Bowl.
As there should be, though.
That's what I'm saying. But like, I feel like they can't do it because it's the Super Bowl. But if they move it back a week and it's President's Day, I feel like that would be worth it.
I feel like you don't
Also,
even-
more football. Who gives like?
I also
love
don't
that.
think you have to add another game to do that. Just say there's like a week grace period
Yeah, but then
and
teams
push
will start
everything back.
bitching about like rest and stuff.
Yeah, but everyone's getting the grace period.
No, I know, but some teams like want to just play right away and like keep their momentum going.
But I want Monday off.
No, same. Yeah, so just make
It's
it
like
18
the-
games.
It's
and
like
just
the
call it a
people that
day.
are like playing in the league
Yeah.
are like, no, we want to play. No, I want Monday off.
dude, or they could just have like 2 buys. Like,
Yeah,
but I don't know if they could do that. I guess that's what they're trying to do though with the 18 game schedule. You get 2 buys.
you get 2 buys in
Yeah.
the playoffs. I mean, yeah, that'd be interesting. It wouldn't matter for Lamar. You get 2 buys.
not
and
in the
lose,
playoffs.
so-
I'm saying like during the season.
Oh,
instead
during
of
the
like 1 buy, you get
season,
2.
you
Yeah.
get 2 buys. I wouldn't hate
No,
that.
that'd be kind of nice.
I would actually love that.
Dude, because I feel like every single weekend obviously I'm dialed into every single Bears game,
Yeah.
but like I don't have a Sunday. Like I have one Sunday
Yeah, where I
for
don't care.
16 weeks
Yeah.
where I can go do something. If I can get 2 of those, Be kind of fun.
I would love that.
But also that one Sunday, I'm sitting in my room and I'm like, dude, I wish.
But then if your girlfriend has no idea they added a second bye week and it's football season,
yeah,
that second bye week
that's
comes around and you
facts.
sneak it can be like, let's just go out for brunch.
Yeah,
She's like, isn't the game up? No,
no, it's fine.
I can miss one.
Yeah,
I can miss one this year.
She's tapped in.
Oh, yeah.
She would know.
Yeah,
She would hear me bitching about
She's
it.
tapped
Yeah,
in. She's tapped in. For sure tapped in. Wow, that would be sick. I wouldn't hate that at all.
Just the Monday off. Like that's the only thing.
Yeah, that's all I want.
That's all I want.
I wouldn't give a rat's if it was just like 18 games with no Monday off. Monday off, just move that needle for me more than you think.
That's why I think it's such a big deal. I don't give a fuck about the actual 18 games.
No, I actually love that. Should we surf?
Let's do it.
All right, let's surf. We're gonna start in college basketball, Josh.
All right.
I'm gonna go through the slate. I think I want to get Grins on too towards the end as well, so I want to leave some time for that.
Okay.
Did his Utah hit?
No.
Grins, you're banned. Grins, you're not coming out today. No, I'm just kidding. All right, let's serve some slate. We got some great college basketball on. Sorry about the energy today, guys. I'm literally a corpse right now. Literally a zombie corpse with no voice. So just bear with me. We're going to get you some plays and we're going to get you out of here. I love Kennesaw State at a short line at home against Jacksonville. This team just scores the rock at will. So do I think Jacksonville State can keep the pace with them? No, I think they just outscore them. I don't know if they cover. I think it's going to be a close game, but I'd rather just take the money line and move on. My favorite bet of the day is going to be Howard. Money line for a parlay, though.
Okay.
I'm not going to come on here and be like, money line, my favorite bet of the day. It's, I think, minus 190. I think Howard is a great money line piece. And I'll tell you why. I love this Howard team all year when you pick your spots because they got great pedigree. When I say that, I mean they got great transfer pedigree. They got guys that played at Power 5 schools.
Okay.
And I always look for that in mid-majors because if you have the better pedigree, they normally always win.
Mm-hmm.
And Howard is one of those schools. They got guys that played at Ohio State. They got guys that I think played at Syracuse. I was just going through before this just to refresh.
Who are they playing?
They are playing Delaware State.
Delaware State.
They're playing Delaware State at home. But keep in mind, last time we took Howard at home, they did get moose shit on. So, just keep that in mind. I love Texas Southern. I think they're also going to be a money line parlay piece for me. This Texas Southern team is getting hot at the right time. I think they're 3-0 in their last three. I think when I checked, they are 4-5 in their last five. So they won 4, lost 1, and 4-0 in their last 4. And they're playing an Alcorn State team that's 5-0 in their last 5, and they're minus 4.5. So I love this Texas Southern team. I love this Texas Southern team in this spot, and I'm going to be taking this Texas Southern team in this spot.
Do we know where Texas Southern is in Texas?
So I think if you take Texas and you go south, it's the southern part of Texas.
I mean, what town?
I think that's
it's in Houston. All right.
I think that's where it's at.
Okay.
Just the southern part of Texas, right in there.
That's how that works, right?
Yeah, I think that's how that works. I love Weber State on the road. That might be my 3-teamer. It might be Howard, Texas Southern, and Weber. Weber was minus 3.5 before we started. They're now 4.5. I just like them going into Montana State. Montana State's kind of been a sneak wag for me, but dude, they've been kind of shit in the bed lately.
The Grizz.
Yeah, so I kind of like Weber State going on the road, having 4.5 points. I don't hate that at all. I think the last one, the game that I think everyone's going to want to side on, that everyone wants to see, is going to be Jesus. Grins, let's fix that in post.
I mean, everyone's going to want to see that Baylor Texas game.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I think we take Baylor. You think? I think we take Baylor. Although Texas is kind of getting hot.
They are.
Could be an overplay. What's that over at? I don't hate that over at 145 at all. Oh, I don't know, dude. That might be kind of gross. I think we take that Texas Baylor over. I like that.
I do like that.
Do you have anything in college basketball you like before I move to the NBA?
I would say the only thing that I was looking at that caught my eye was Southern minus 10 against FAMU.
That was a big spread.
FAMU's dog
moose
shit.
Oh,
Southern's also not good. So
my buddies and I have also coined a new term because both my buddy on that Saturday night in Nashville, our phones were dying at the same time, and we almost didn't get the Uber off in time. My buddy looks at me and he goes, "We might have just elevated to elephant shit." And I feel like that is just so good if used correctly. You can't use it every day, but like when something's really going bad, elephant shit.
Okay,
just way worse than moose shit. Because I was like, dude, this is moose shit. And he was like, we might have just elevated to elephant shit because his phone was like about to die. I actually don't hate that at all. I'll be honest.
I just hate FAMU.
Yeah, FAMU's a fucking
and
dog.
I feel like
shit.
That line's fat for how shitty Southern is too.
Southern minus 7.5. I like it.
Let's do it.
All right, let's go to the NBA. The NBA's got some good games on today. Give me the Bucks minus 5.5. I fucking hate this Clippers team, and I put officially plus 700. The Milwaukee Bucks to win the NBA Finals.
Let's go.
Officially locked it in Nashville. Shout out the Bucks. I'm going to be riding them for the rest of the year into the postseason. So let's fucking ride. I also, Josh, you might hate this. I don't mind the Bulls plus 6.5 going into Sacramento.
You are setting yourself up for a shitty night.
You don't like
wanna
that?
I would not want to watch that game.
You don't want to watch
We're
that
not
game?
going to look good. I promise you.
So is it the Kings minus
Dude,
6.5?
honestly,
then?
though, just fade me whenever I talk about the Bulls, just fade me. Whatever I think happens, never happens.
Maybe we just avoid it
I would say avoid that.
and we take the Jazz minus 5.5 in the toilet bowl
I like that.
against
up
the
to minus
Wizards. Against the Wizards.
Yeah, I like that.
All right,
Fading
I
the
like-
Wizards is always fun.
I like the Jazz minus 5.5. I also think the Thunder at plus chicken might go into the
You
Lakers
think?
and beat them up.
Dude, I think that line's a little weird now.
So you like the Lakers?
Yeah, kind of. I feel like the Thunder just took first place in the West.
Well, yeah, I know.
I feel
That's why I
like
feel like now you go in defending,
You think?
and you think the Lakers might come out.
I feel like
and be
LeBron
35.
sees that.
They
He's
do
like,
struggle
you know
against
what?
big man. AD
Yeah.
might eat,
He might.
and LeBron's playing like he's 20
Yeah, he's
again.
LeBron. Yeah, like
He's fucking gross.
Yeah.
dude.
I don't know, dude. That's a weird game too. That kind of reminds me. Actually, no, I was gonna say reminds me of that Portland spread. It doesn't at all.
Not at all.
Portland fucking sucks.
Yeah, Portland's gonna be shit.
I mean, maybe just fade them today. Minus 14 Timberwolves.
That could be
Might just
a
fade the hell.
nuclear whale.
It's kind of a crazy spread for how low that total is. 210.5. It's a 14-point spread.
Oh, they're expecting
The Trailblazers
Timberwolves
scores
to
0 points.
Yeah, just clamp. Like,
Yeah.
what is that?
That's interesting.
All right, let's upgrade the Timberwolves to a play.
Okay.
Minus
let's go.
14.5. All right, do you have your two pieces for a lay?
Um,
I'm looking at the hockey board too, as if I know what I'm doing. I don't, and I'm not including any of these games.
okay. I would say I like the Blue Jackets
Yep. Wow.
plus 1 again.
Okay. Blue
Javon
Jackets.
system 190, 210.
I love it.
That's all we're looking at.
Plus 1.
And let's go with Southern. I like Southern.
Minus 10.5.
Yeah.
So Southern minus 10.5. Blue Jackets plus 1.5. I'm gonna put Bucks money line in there, and I'm gonna put Florida Gulf Coast money line in there. First
Okay.
round of the ASUN tournament.
Okay. Oh, it's the first round today?
Yeah.
That's electric.
Florida Gulf Coast money line.
That's a,
Dude, I kind of like that 4-piece. We're gonna have to.
that might
Oh, we're
be-
not doing a graphic. You got to watch a show.
Yeah.
You got to watch a show for that. All right, let's get Grins up here if he's in the background.
Here we go.
I need his play the day after Utah State took his soul away. Grins, what do we got?
I mean, listen, first off, I just want to say that Utah State play was a great look. They were up 13 at the end of the first half.
Great look.
5 minutes left in the second half. They were up 19, and, they end up only winning by 12. So, it happens.
It happens.
Got to tip the cap to the forces, It is what it is. But
Our
today
armed
we get it.
forces.
Yeah, of course. Today we get it back, though. I'm going with Duke minus 5.5.
Wow.
And,
A hot Duke team. A hot Duke team.
Yeah, no, of course. And I'm also going with, all right, this one I wouldn't even take it, but it's just my team. So I'm going with the New York Rangers to win tonight against the Florida Panthers.
Plus Chicken Rangers. In the gooeyest of garden.
Yep.
That could get weird as shit.
I just saw the Avs line. Did you see that against the Blackhawks? They're
No.
minus 455.
I just watched the Plus Chicken Predators beat the shit out of them. So they might come home and
That's
ruin
insane,
the
yeah.
Blackhawks.
That is insane.
All right, I love it. Let's go, Grins.
Yep, let's get one today.
Plus Chicken Rangers, and you got Duke minus 6.5. That's a card and a half. That is a card and a half. Josh,
Yes.
I just want to throw this out there. Arsenal's playing Sheffield United today
Okay.
at 2 p.m. And you can get Arsenal at minus 425 on the money line. I'm not gonna say that prints coin, but that might
Print
print a couple of those things we call coins in these parts.
It'll print you a 0.2.
You could also take Arsenal at minus 2.5 at plus 110.
Minus 2.5.
That is
dude.
insane, dude. That is actually insane.
Could you imagine being Sheffield going to that game and be like, dude, we're 2.5 gold dogs?
In soccer,
Yeah, that's bad.
dude, that is horrid. I've played on some bad soccer teams. I don't think we would have ever opened up at plus 2.5. Like, that is an absurdly bad line.
my
for
high
soccer.
my high school soccer team might have opened up at plus 2.5 every game. That might have just
Wow.
been the
And you were the
standard
10
line.
just getting peppered.
Yeah, like 20 shots a game. It was crazy.
Only letting in like 3 though. That's good
3,
stats.
4, yeah.
That's
It
a
was
good-
It was bad.
The
It was
defense-
fun though. It was fun.
That's more of the
Lot of
defense, though.
action.
That's
Oh,
Moose.
yeah.
Moose, dude.
I
That's
showed
Moose.
you that video, right?
Yeah, like Moose.
So
They're
bad.
whiffing on yeah,
So
whiffing on
trying to
bounce
clear the ball, just whip straight through. There's 3-on-1.
Now you're charging.
Yeah.
Now you're charging. Oh God, I love that. All right, let's get him out of here with a little inspiration, a little motivation. Listen, guys. Talked about it in Nashville this weekend a little bit. And I want to talk about it now. My voice is starting to actively go. I knew this was going to happen. I was trying to rest it. And I know the more I use it today, the more it's going to go. So I'm going to try to get this out quick. But listen, if I can do it, you can do it. I woke up this morning, I'm not even kidding, guys, and I felt horrible. 1, I think I might be getting sick. 2, I got no voice and I have to talk for 45 minutes straight and I got to keep the energy up. 3, I was in an airport for 9 hours yesterday off of maybe 5 hours of sleep. But guess what? I woke up this morning and I'm not going to lie. I had a moment of weakness. Was on the phone with my girlfriend. I was like, I don't know if I can do it today. And I'll give her the most credit in the world. She was like, you can do it. Just drink some coffee. She's like, you can do it. Just drink some coffee. And I was like, you know what? I'm not a fucking bitch. So I woke up, jumped in the shower, drank some coffee, and I'm here.
Let's go.
You can fucking do it. Like, I literally had this conversation with my buddies because everyone was hungover and the bachelor wanted to go to the bars early and he was up ready to go after literally being like blackout drunk the night before. And I was like, yo, these are the moments where you decide if you're bitch made. Like there are moments in your life where you can decide if you are bitch made. And I promise you, I'll never be bitch made when it comes down to shit like this.
Let's go.
If I can get in a car and I can get to this fucking house, I will do a show. I don't care if the fucking world's coming to an end, if there's ice on the ground, if I don't even have a voice. If I can get there, I'll get there because I refuse to be bitch made. When it comes to taking a shot at the bar at 2 a.m. when I'm already too drunk, I'll be a little bitch made. I don't need that shot because guess what? I know myself. I know that shit's coming up. But when it comes to the work and when it comes to being there and doing your job as a do your job kind of guy, I can't go to a bar and bitch about a band not doing their job if I don't do my job. So there are moments in your life where you decide if you're bitch made. And I promise you, those days where you're like, man, I don't know if I can do it, man. I don't know if I got it in me. Maybe just like 2 more hours of sleep. Maybe just a day of rest. Let me just take that day off. You can get through it. You can get through it. Because at the end of the day, you've said it before, and we'll say it again. There ain't no bunk beds when you're 6 feet deep. It's you versus you every day. So you got to decide if you're going to wake up and be a bitch sometimes. And today was one of those days where I woke up and I was like, dude, I might be a little bitch boy with my little bitch boy boots on. And I decided I'm not. So I need you for me this week. If there's ever a moment where you're like, man, dude, I don't want to stay up late and finish this work right now. Oh, man, I can't go into work today. I'm feeling too tired. I'm not feeling my best. Don't be bitch mate. Just get the job done and do your job. Good morning, good afternoon, good night from the morning after, guys. I can't thank you guys enough for tuning in every day. For everyone that's new, welcome to the show. We do it every weekday, 11:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. As always, you stay right there. We got the BTL boys coming up next. If you wonder what BTL is, they're the Sharps, the Sharp Report. They're going to tell you the college lines you need to bet, okay? So you stay right there. You got BTL. After that, you got Surgical Stream. And don't be afraid to tap in on Chelly. Hit his first Frosty 5. Don't think I forgot our boy Chell got hit his first Frosty 5 of the year. Let's fucking go. Book It might be back.
So bad.
We might be fucking back, guys. Stay right there. We got BTL coming up next. I love you guys the most. This has been The Morning After. Thank you for waking up with us. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Somebody grab me our broom ski, please. Because the boys might have just clean swept the board, and by we might, we did. Krabs, how much do you think your pool bobblehead is worth? I said this when I got it. Just an AI, bobblehead, just like a stock bobble, is probably worth more. They couldn't give away all those bobbles. What a joke.
We need under 5.1. There he goes. Holy shit, this is fucking huge. He ain't getting it. Motherfucker, man. What are we doing, bro? This guy is fucking massive.
Oh, fuck. How many fingers? What? You're holding up fingers?
definitely the meal of a man who doesn't know what seasoning is. I'm not gonna lie.
We need to be able to close out games and keep leads. Don't take your foot off the gas pedal, all right?
It might be brighter now, you fucking bozo.